Good morning. Good morning. Can everyone hear me? I've once again been rattling with the audio settings and trying to wrangle a setup that won't blow everyone's ears away, but also will be able to cancel some noise. Oh, excellent. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Wait. Hello, good morning. How are you all doing? Who have we got here today? We have Psyche, we have Charmsu, hello. Amatsu, good to be heard. Good morning, Ki. Good morning, Super Grump. Hello, Balthazar. Hello, Other Eru. Hello, Strawberry. And as always, I feel like Composer is always here first. So fast. Amazing. Welcome. Gosh, I get by. This stream is a smidgen earlier than I had ideally intended. Oh, New, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the mysterious shady forest. Oh, it's she who welcome catches your paw. Ah, yes. Today, hello. Today, the plan is to design a character. Now, I think I only have a few hours before I have to dash. However, if we can speedrun some sort of workable design, that would be great. Shumatsu, hello. Yaharo to you. I think I started writing notes for a design that I wanted to make. But when I looked back at them just earlier, I realized that I'd written like valentines and that it should be pretty. And I feel like that kind of reflects the emptiness of my brain. The regular emptiness of my brain is that I want to draw a pretty thing. Also, it should be for Valentine's Day. As Valentine's approaches, yes. But there's many different Valentine's themes that we could go with. So let us shuffle onto the draw screen. Or allow me to just shimmy down a fraction. Should do us. Let's see. Oh, let's make this a smidgen smaller. So, wait. I have this masterful thing on the canvas already. Just as a disclaimer, just as a good old disclaimer, I'm just going to talk about things that I usually do, things that I usually consider, or just, yeah. Thanks for liking my character design. Yeah. this isn't going to be a tutorial of any sorts because teaching not something I consider a forte. But so the only word that I have to start out with is valentines, and I'm pretty sure that I wanted to do something for Valentine's. I just hadn't plucked anything out. As always, I've got a bunch of unfinished scrolls lying around in my folders, but I thought that for today, since people are curious about the process, that we could start on blank, and that I could talk about some of the things that I do or some of the places that I look if I want to drum up some sort of mental image, just assuming that I don't have one already. Thank you for the kind comments about my character design there. I guess to start off with, does anyone have any questions? Since I am just going on blank, I'm going to start off with the finding inspiration if I haven't got any phase. And now I'm gonna have to ask you not to laugh at me for doing this, because I do this all the time. But I am now going to go and look at Gaia Pixel. I'm gonna go and look at Gaia Adopts. I'm gonna go look at a lot of that. Good morning, Canary. So, I'm not gonna link anything to you because if you just Google them, you will immediately find them. But I like to look at Gaia Adopt because I think they're just so charming and small. I think when I found out that one of my friends did pixeling for Gaia Online, I was like, oh, I want to go and admire some delightful pixel work. And there really is some lovely pixel work on Gaia. Sorry that I'm not gonna, I don't know, I feel a little bit like maybe it shouldn't be shown for the sake of the people who are making them. But I love to toss through and glance them over, and one of the reasons why I like doing it is because they're small. Like what should I say? Welcome Hiraga Night Zero, good to see you. Hello Majesty. I like looking at Gaia Online Adopts because they're little. My eyesight's not very good, so I don't have to get like a super good look at any of the details. I can just have a look at the roundabout shape and the roundabout colors and think, oh, that's nice. And I can move on, and then I can just kind of ingest many designs and whatnot this way. I think they're so fascinating. You can do so many things with Gaia Adopts. Wowie. Anyway, Valentines. Let's start off with some sort of base to work on. Let's see. We'll go for. At this point, I might choose like a species of mine to work from. Nothing too involved because I don't think the species is too important half the time. Maybe because I'm a one-trick pony who draws a lot of the same things. But what should we do face-wise? Should we make this a warm and soft Valentine's, or should we make this a slightly edgy, pretty Valentine's? Pretty because the last edgy. Should we go with edgy? Okie doke. Pretty because the last design that I just managed to release after what felt like an eternity of working on it. Checks my watch. Months passing. Your choice. As always, it's my choice. I think for Valentine's, I usually release some sort of Galatea, so I might do something a smidgen not Galatea. Let's do something with horns. Once again, I'm tossing through Delightful Guy Adopts. I'm not going to paste them into the window just out of sheer politeness, but there's thousands and thousands. Here to witness the inner workings of Bun. Well, I do be thinking. This is the thinking stage, and it can either be the fastest or the slowest part of the process. I'm going for pretty, so hello Mario. The gears do be turning, you know it. Since we're going for edgy, we can give the horns like some points. We'll give them horns. Give them horns, and we can make them like pointy horns or something. Or you can like fan them out even. Fan them out and dangle. I would dangle anyway. Let's dangle outside of the horns. Valentine's design, so presumes I will stick hearts somewhere. If it's a horn design, I usually default to flowers because who doesn't like pretty flowers? Me sometimes because I'm not very good at drawing flowers. A realistic heart motif? We'll see. It depends on where I would put it. Depends on where I would put this heart motif. At this point, I would also be thinking about like just traits or design elements that I personally enjoy drawing, which if you follow me, I'm sure you will know because I draw them all the time. But how about like if I was going to put flowers on this design, where would I put them? If the horns are going to look like this, maybe I should give them roses. Give them a rose here. Hello, Letuka Jack. Greetings. I am just I'm braining on the canvas, which is kind of an embarrassing thing to do, but usually I would do this like as a small scroll and kind of chip away at silhouette later. Flower is one of the eyes growing out of the eye kind of thing. We'll see. It depends on how the whole thing will look. Let's see. Valentines. Sorry, this is incredibly not engaging to watch. But this is This is the part where I'm likely going to be thinking the hardest. When doing custom designs for others, say for example I take a custom design from someone else, I'll have them fill in a form, and in the form there's like particular things that I want to know, want to see. Just scroll in the rest of the body. We don't mind what it looks like right now, but I think we'll give this, maybe we'll give this person a veil. Kind of veil. Something like that. Veil. Veils look... we'll see. Don't want to make them look like a square, but we'll just flatten the veil there for now. Something veil-like there. But yeah, so as I was saying, custom design-wise, I have the people who I work with fill in a form, and in it I try to more or less divine not only what they want to see, but also their intentions for the design. Since not everyone is able to really articulate things they want to see, also I like to just ask about how firm they are on a design they have in their mind. Some people have a pretty clear design of like what they want portrayed, what they want to see. Some have a vague, nebulous sort of form of a character in mind, but would be open to trying or entertaining other concepts or other aspects. And while tossing, I try to take all of those things into mind and it's like work accordingly. If someone's going to ask me for work, I'm just going to assume that they are familiar with the kind of designs that I regularly make. And I like when I'm given a lot of visual reference to choose from, specifically visual reference though, not always mood boards and the such. Since it gives you more places to look in terms of finding like something that's already been made that makes no sense, but scratch his head. Maybe I would decorate around here, and I mean alternatively, if this is going to be a Celestia, I would hang the veil from other places, but I do believe I did that at Christmas as well, so maybe I won't do that again. We'll see. Add something along the sides. Do we have a theme for this person aside from Valentines except edgy? Valentines except edgelord. I give them big sleeves. I haven't decided a good direction to go in for this character yet, so welcome, hello. I'm thinking aloud on the canvas, This is the slowest / fastest part of the process. I don't know if it's slow or fast, but depending on who I'm doing it for, sometimes things come together and sometimes they don't. Welcome Naughty Dust, welcome Dashing Demon. I'm embarrassing myself on stream by trying to talk about character design. Let's give this person some decoration. I'm going to just kind of we'll decorate them at the front, perhaps. Give them a flower at the front. Do they have a story? They have nothing. They have absolutely nothing. I've got nothing to go on except the fact that I wanted to do them for Valentine's Day. So I'm working on... yeah, nothing really, but I'll give them a dress. Do I give them a dress? Give them shorts? If they're going to have a veil, I want them to be wearing less. Just as a personal rule, I'd like them to be wearing less. So maybe we can give them the sleeves. And so we'll do it rose style. We can have the roses at the top. And perhaps we can fan it out. It's a hard one. It's a difficult one for sure. If we're going to go on a flower theme, going on a rose theme, which is pretty classic. Pretty classic, I would say. Have this kind of orbit. Oh, no worries. Thank you for popping by, chat. I am simply a thinking dress. Dress or shorts? Dress or shorts? Dress? Dress? A letter theme, like love letters, it's a bit too far from what I've already made, so I'm going to, for now, put aside the letters. Thank you for suggesting, though. Unless I stick them somewhere. Letters. Go hum. In terms of detail, though, I'd like to keep it less so. We'll keep it simpler, so we'll go for a basic shape. We'll go for a basic outer shape. Yeah, that I think will do it. And since I am always doing things unevenly, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Welcome, Oru. Feels kind of bad. Feels kind of bad for exposing you guys to the small inner workings of my brain, but unfortunately this is how it goes, and this isn't meant to be like a very complicated design or anything, but thank you. I hope that you are well also. What I'm aiming for today is something pretty basic beans. So what I think I will do... How long should I do this hair? How long should I do this hair? I'm gonna go look at Gaia Adopts again. Hold on. If it were long... Maybe I would... I don't know what is happening in my mind either. If I was doing a design for someone else, though, I think the conversation would be slightly different. Also, I'm going to go and look back at my own designs right now because, you know, there's a lot of traps that I fall into, I think, when it comes to designs or things that I frequently make or frequently do. It's good to change things up a little, but at the same time, I do default toward many of the same motifs. I think it's fine for this character to wear a dress. But if I was going to find a way to adjust this dress, how would I do it? Also resisting the urge to make them pink because I make a lot of pink things. I am a pink thing. Thing bun. It's a little much. If I was going to introduce large sleeves, I'd have to find a more tasteful way to do it, I think. Once again, it's just my personal preference that if they're going to wear something large like a veil, like this veil is already large, that what they wear inside should be a little less to balance that out. However, if they were going to wear like a large gown, then that would be fine. Gowns and veils can go hand in hand, it's just the veil has to look a bit different if I was going to add a gown. So, let's see again. I'm gonna go look again. No, you know, let's can the big sleeves. I'm not gonna do the big sleeves. What I think I will do... Because I draw veils often, I do indeed draw veils off. I think I will actually... I do this here. How should I do this hair? silhouette-wise, I think I was done with the silhouette the moment I said they were going to wear a veil. But... Oh, Tensei, thank you. Hello. Thanks for finding this cute. I'm in the process of thinking. I'm in the painful process of thinking. Since this is a character that I want to make for edginess sake, I think we'll let their hair just stay out, and we'll keep it long. We'll keep it long hair. So, nice long hair. Make it a little bit wild. A little bit wild hair. Edgy valentines. Edgy valentines. Well, most valentines are some variation of red and pink, and as are mine. But should we just do it? Should we just do the red and pink? Red and pink and... I don't know. White? Classic. Very classic. Ho-hum's a bit longer. I don't have any fancy lore for this character. And... Oh, thank you for the kind words. I've just humming and been eyeing over what direction to take this character, and also to try and maintain a sense of edginess. Gazes through my art. Edgy valentines. I made this very pink, Celestia once that more than one person has asked me about VTubing with, and I've been a little bit on the fence. About... Oh, I think I haven't responded to them yet. A little bit on the fence about TOS for bun adopt to VTubing. Oh, I'm glad you find the horns are edgy enough. I mean, I would be happy to see, a design that I had made being used as someone's VTuber avatar. That being said, I think I would need to write an entire new set of regulations for how monetized work is to be used. Since, I've gone pretty much this entire time without working on anything that would go commercial. But obviously with the VTuber boom, a lot of people are looking to use their designs for exactly that. And I mean, valid, why wouldn't you? But should go back and look at more Gaia adopts. There's I. Sorry, I would say most of the thinking that I put into designs happens actually before this stage. If it's going to be custom, I would have to do the thinking before I even get to doing this. But anyway, since we've gotten this far, let's put some color down and we'll mull it over a smidgen more about what color to make what. And hello, Mins. I don't want to type up the terms. I wish I could just let people be free and do whatever, but I should set down the law before I do such a thing. That's just laziness on my part, though. Oh, I didn't do the tail. I suppose we can just leave it at something semi-edgy. Yeah. Anyway, this is the braining part, and this is also not something that people should be seeing. Oh, red. Just kidding. Red is better. Perhaps? Think of the cute VTubers that you could bring to life too. Think about all the work that I could do for the Storybuns channel, for the work that I put into other VTubers. I'm not powerful enough to birth lots of children in the way that a lot of folks do. Do I take design commissions? The answer is the same as do you do commissions? The answer is yes, sometimes, very rarely. If you ask, it's most difficult. But it's not impossible to get work from me. I just can't do it very often. And I intentionally this year am not taking very much of it. Not sure if I'm keen on this color. Maybe I should just do something pink. But maybe that's not edgy. Black. Bun is pink and bun is edgy. You're not wrong. Think of all the ice cream pints you could eat. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe. But anyway, lay down some color. It's also fine to think about things in color, not just in black and white. Sometimes the color thinks better, actually. So we're going to do classic bun. Classic of classic bun things. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. At least half a pint in a year. We'll see. Perhaps. Be kind to me, please. I could not handle the ice cream. Although I've been meaning to try this ice cream, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Somehow pink is not exactly the imagery I wanted to go for. Red? Should we stick with red? Even though red is a little bit... It's a little bit obvious, you know? Would you rather eat ice cream or swear? I'd rather eat ice cream, I think. I do make a lot of red designs. Let's not use red. Maybe we could use yellow. Yellow? Although I did use yellow for this last design. Rose is red. Rose could be grey. My grey, exceedingly grey valentines. Do you even swear? I make every effort not to. Purple. Well, I could stick with that. Stick with the sort of shade for the hair, but purple? A bit dark. Did you just call me say so? Villain? Say so, villain? Tisk tisk. A bit too green. A bit too warm. It's about right. I think I might leave them white-ish. Then Thank you. Pink. Stay with pink. Okay. Where would I put this? Hello, Lan. Good morning. Thanks for the kind words. I'm still mulling this one over. Actually, no, it's fine. I think it's fine to leave that out. At this point, what I would do is I would pick and choose places to focus on detail, because I'm not the kind of person who likes to have a lot of detail, mostly because if I'm an artist, I think too much detail is a pain to draw. So it's just not my personal preference. I try not to have more detail in a design than what I would personally be okay with drawing. And so I find some sort of like Final Fantasy designs are a bit too much for me. I'm just not very good at using a lot of detail. At this point, if I was going to... crust. I'm falling to pieces. At this point, what I would do is I would find a place... Oh dear. Where would I like this to go? Or should it be translucent? It's a tough one. I would still be appending or changing things for the final design, but at this point, I'd like to have the best idea of what it would look like when it was finished either way. So I could lighten the inside. I could always lighten the inside of the hair. And that wouldn't be a bad thing to do, for the sake of keeping it lighter. But oh, hello Moyed. Have a good day at work. Sorry to be doing this while you guys are working, but you know what? Let's just work off this. I've already been sort of mulling this over for almost an entire hour, so if I'm doing custom work, it's usually a bit longer than this that I am thinking. It's also thinking about, again, where I want the detail, where I would put the detail, where I'd be willing to draw said detail. Bun has not the strength to be doing... Not the strength to be bum rushing more designs, but maybe I'll just go ahead and make their eyes pink. And we'll stay with the pink. We'll stay with the pink, the sort of blandish pink motif. It's not very Valentine's-y, but it's vague enough that it'll pass, I think. Sorry that you have to hear that from my own mouth. But so here we would travel a couple of roses, methinks. Roses. We could always start a little bit of pink here as well. Welcome, Aurelia Neko. I'm just doing some design mulling. Much to my chagrin, I think it's kinda average, but we're just doing this as an example, and if it turns out well, then great. If it doesn't turn out well, then I can always just throw it away, but I'm reasonably fond of things that look like this. This kinda design is right up my alley, as is most of the junk that I draw. Drawn according to the bun preference. Okay, so we have our point of reference. I am now going to put this aside so that I can look at it. Actually, let's resize this a bit more. I'm gonna put this aside so that I can look at it, and then I'm going to draw again. So Osamu Kishi, junk. Indeed junk. Since we're just doing this as a bit of a sad bun brain showcase, I guess I'd be working at sort of long chibi size. I think that for me, it's the size of preference, because it's quite a lot faster than doing things full body, mostly because I draw at the speed of a dying snail, and can't manage things much faster lest I immediately perish. But this sort of head basing allows for enough detail to make it clear enough what the design is, while not being too much to do. It is still quite a lot to do though, because the design still has to be full. Anyway, how should I draw this? Do this kind of face. Do this kind of face for them. Valentines-esque. Suppose you don't have to worry too much about it. Welcome, Akuji. We are just doing a scroll, having designed the thing. If you still want to see it, I can put it here. We'll just we can resize it so that it is little off to the side. Usually I would put this off screen out of shame. Crown Jack, thank you for redeeming Bun Drink Water Bun Stretch. Voice is very dry crust today. Hose of water. Thank you. My bun rave and bun light emojis didn't get approved by Twitch yet. They're still pending on the side, but they have been made, so hopefully they'll be around by the time we head back to the sewers, which I am looking forward to. Welcome, Soju Rain. You want me to say something? You want me to say something? Can you handle that kind of responsibility? Now that I look at it, these should be a bit higher. Be a bit higher, and and have roses trailing down here. At this stage, I'm still designing. I'm still trying to mentally fill in the things that I didn't complete in the first draft. Sometimes I will be rendering and I'll still be designing. So, you know, the process will continue. You want to try and keep making adjustments until it's about right. Will this character be used for anything in the future? Since it's for Valentine's, I will probably just put it up for sale and see if there's anyone who'd like to give them a home. Since I didn't prepare anything else Valentine's themed this year. You can have the... Oh, sleep well, Psyche. Thank you for the kind design words. You're just fumbling on. The process is different for everyone, honestly. And we all have places that we like to look. Things that inspire us differently. Obviously, if you're interested in looking at Gaia Made Adopts, now that I've mentioned them, then hope you find them as interesting as I do. Oh, whoops. I did put that on the wrong layer. What's drawing with layers? Good old Gaia. I have never used Gaia Online. And yet here we are. Honestly, I'm not sure if me doing such things and talking about these things is a helpful thing for people to note, but you know, it's not more interesting than this, and there's a lot more brain power that goes into it than I think is obvious. I think especially hard about customs, naturally. We'll stick. Okay. Stick a heart in. Yeah, something like that. Woke up 2 hours ago. I see. Who is this character you're drawing? This character is one that I am designing as we speak. I'm designing it right now. And I'll probably put it up for Valentine's sale, having thoroughly embarrassed myself. I think you should just do what is fun for you. A lot of people asked me for this. A lot of people asked me to do this, or at least to, I think, talk about this. And it's not that I have been unwilling. I don't think it's very interesting, but I guess I mean I don't think it's more interesting than anything else that I do. But if people are curious to know, and I don't mind trying to talk it through, talk about it a bit. Embarrassed how? Embarrassed because I'm, dunno, not very good at explaining, not very good at saying things that are like helpful tips. Like I don't have a list of helpful design tips for people who want to make character designs. I can only talk about what I do and what works for me and the things that I think about, and there's a lot that I think about, just depending on intention. If I ever get around to streaming someone's custom commission, I can always show you the form or explain my thoughts in terms of how I made the design. Like when I was designing Soul's character, the Story Eater, I also asked her to fill in said form, and then I took a while to sort of digest and interpret what I felt she wanted, and then made adjustments from there. Right, it reminds you a bit of Flores. Is that is there something that you'd like to say? The way that I approach it is really cool, maybe. I don't know if it's cool, but I enjoy doing character design. At least I think it's something that is really interesting to me. I don't. I'm not interested in showing people how I do graphic design because I'm pretty bad at that too. But gazes into the distance. Don't be so negative about what you do. Well, I suppose I won't be if I can. I am not here to teach or guide anyone on the way I do things or why I do them. I don't necessarily think they make a lot of sense. I have some pretty sour things to say about people in the adoptable community, but generally speaking, it's still a special place for me to share things I make, and I still care about them, I think, even as time goes by. Still able to inspire? Well, I'm grateful. Oh, thank you for the kind words. I'm sure you, if you watch me, you will know that one of my least favorite feelings is being responsible for the stuff that anyone makes or creates. Like the feeling of responsibility for that makes me do a little writhing dance inside. I don't know. Gosh. Just at this point in time, we're just making. This is kind of the design, and then we're just going to keep making. I don't think I can speed run this in the next however many minutes I've got left. How many? Okay. In the next. Oh. Yasha Fluff, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, raiders. Cute. I'm just rattling on about. Actually, no, that's not how I did it. Oh, thank you kindly. Thank you for your visit. Thank you for the raid. Hello, raiders. I am Story Buns. I mostly do whatever on Twitch, but that whatever generally consists of reading very old literature. Sometimes I'll draw or play a game. That's about all. Thanks for your visit. Thank you for the kind words also. Thank you. Very, very hot characters. I'm tickled. Anyway, today we are just doing a design for a character. That's edgy Valentines themed, I think. Oh, thank you so much for the gift sub type 2B. Gosh. Welcome to the misty strange forest of hell. Oh, Devu, thank you for the gift sub to Gina. I dare say I don't think there's anything to fan over, but I'm grateful that people support the stuff that I make. You know, another reason why I don't think people should look at my graphic design is because I'm a filthy Photoshop user. I don't know how to use Illustrator, even though I feel like I should learn. No clue, I've got to tell you. And I always say, someday, in the same way that someday I'll use Clip Studio Paint. Someday. Oh, thank you, Top Mav, for the sub. Oh, my natural existence. Gosh. Like, no bad words about Photoshop, but at the same time, I feel like I should use something else, you know? I should use Illustrator if I'm gonna do design. Not like I do proper design, but something design-esque. I'd like to learn. There's so many things that I want to learn. I want to learn how to do things in 3D at some point. I want to try the good old 3D, like VR chat. Yeah. Someday. Vector art. I'm not drawing in Photoshop. I'm drawing in Paint Tool Sci. And I'm drawing in Paint Tool Sci, the first Paint Tool Sci, not Sci 2. Yes, the Genshin artist, I think, is a Psy user. I mean, good for them. I think it's helpful to be able to do more things. If I used Illustrator, I'd be able to get into the vectors. Let's clean this up a little bit. You miss Psy. Okay. Clip Studio is by far the superior program. But even then, here I am, an eternal resident in Paint Tool Sci. You just use whatever works for you. Illustrator sure is intimidating. I understand the feeling of being intimidated by new programs. At the very least, I'm someone who learns things at the speed of, at the speed of slugs, so. Parallel desktops. Oh. Newfangled tech will get Psy on your Mac. Nice. Oh. Maybe if I ever get around to... So this is just me talking about things that I might think or consider, or places that I might look when just designing your average character, or just trying to make a design for some concept, some sort of concept. But if I was ever going to make like an OC, or if I had like a character with a particular story that I wanted to portray, then, you know, I'd be considering even more things. So in the future, if I ever get around to designing another OC, I hope I don't, because I don't need more. But if I do, perhaps we can have a chat about how I would make those, or I mean, because I design adopts with the idea of them being someone's OC. It's just that I'm not usually going to go ahead and define what that is for them. People can run free and do whatever they like. But if I was going to do it for myself... Oh goodness. Thank you for the hyper train emotes. I don't need 200 more OCs. Goodness. Thank you so much. Right. Honestly, I feel like I could just wind down the stream now since I have emptied the brain here on the canvas. Emptied the brain and not given you guys a lot to consider, but Does anyone have any questions? It's been great fun to watch, has it? I'm grateful, I think. Atelier? The video games pronounce it 5 different ways. You know, speaking of pronunciation, there was something that crossed my mind recently about the way Americans say the word herb. Now, if you're from an American accented area, do you pronounce it like herb? Yeah. Herb? Welcome, Tynan. Herb. I think it's obvious enough, but I say herb as in hard H. And it was fascinating to me upon realizing that in American English, herb is pronounced herb, and you know, why? I wonder why that happened. You say the hard H? Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe it's different regions say herb or herb, herbal tea, because, you know, it changes use of English. It changes the very use of English depending on the American pronunciation of herb versus herb. Right? I don't know. It's interesting. English is so interesting. You got corrected by people? You got corrected by people for saying herb? Herb to insult someone and herb is the food? Herb is an insult? Yeah, I feel the same level of confusion there. Herb is an insult? I thought herb was like a name. I thought that sometimes people could be called herb. But yeah, obviously if you pronounce something hard versus pronouncing it with an E, then, you know, if you're going to say an herb, it would be correct in American English to use an with the word herb if you're going to pronounce it herb, but it would be incorrect in other English to do so, since you would be saying an herb. It would be a herb versus an herb. English rules. I mean, I pronounce it with a hard H. Of course, I don't say H, I say H, but I personally feel that it's just more comfortable for me. American English breaks a lot of rules because America. I suppose that kind of ties it up. That's all you can really say. It's just because America, American accent. Talking to Patty about this. Patty is from SoCal, and so she speaks with Californian accent. And I was commenting on her vocal fry. And I think she doesn't really like it. But it is a Valley Girl thing. Vocal fry, I think, common to American English from that area. Chuckles nervously in Californian. No. I don't mean anything by it. Sometimes I make fun, but I apologize. I don't have any deeper thoughts about it. I have considered, you know, doing American accents for the tabletop and whatnot. So there was a time when I looked into sort of American accents and how they form and go about their words. And for me to do an American accent, I have to change fundamentally the way I go about forming words, which is kind of incredible. It's okay, it's fun. It's not my intention to make fun. Most of the time. If it's a friend, maybe I'll make fun. But I think laughing at people's English is not really, no. not the intention there. Valley accents get plenty of flack anyway, but everything you say sounds awesome though. Do you say Z or Z? I say Z. Accents do be hard. The tone of my voice changes according to language and according to accent. And I think that this goes for most people. The way that you will hear someone speak, even if they're perhaps using the same voice, it'll be different. And as always, I apologize for the frog nature of my voice as of recent. I suppose it's already doing better. You code switch your accents a lot. What does that mean? Do you accent according to who you're with? Because I have friends who do that. It can be out of necessity, like depending on if they're like with family, but like, does your voice go higher when speaking Japanese? Tonally, mine does. Yeah, mine will do. Accent can change. Famous girlfriend voice. I'm curious about this voice. I'm curious about this girlfriend voice. Is it like a meme? You change your communication style based on cultural context. I feel like this is obvious enough because I read and whatnot on stream, but the way that I listen, and by that I mean as a viewer, the way that I listen is very different depending on what I'm reading, and also if I'm reading. Although I speak fairly purposefully. I try not to speak lazily because I don't like it, but you know, personal preference. Most guys have another voice for the girlfriend. Curious. Speaking a higher voice when speaking English. I think it's a comfort thing as well. Anyway, I'm doing a manly bun segment for Valentine's Day. Switching on the good old voice changer. I make a very unattractive man. I don't even know where to start. I think there's some practice I might have to do before attempting this. What do you mean by speak lazily? Would you understand what I like? I think some people, you know, when VTubers raise the pitch of their voice and whatnot, some people are like, "Oh, that's really fake of you to do that," or whatever. You think man bun sounds nice? Thank you. Well, I make an effort to make that difference, but what I mean is, like, if I wanted to speak just kind of exactly as I form words, maybe if you caught me as I was getting out of bed or just waking up, the way I would be forming words and speaking is different to the way that I speak when I'm with people, when I'm on stream. But I think of speaking with more like purpose or focus in the way that you enunciate and articulate words is like walking with good posture. It doesn't mean that it doesn't require effort. It still requires some effort to remain in good posture, to hold good posture, but you can still walk and get around without putting effort into the way that you hold your body and arrange yourself. Shrimping at my desk. It's mostly because I care about things like that. Also, since my voice is quite weak, if I was really lazy with the way that I spoke, it would be difficult quite quick for me to do things like read. Mostly because your voice also becomes tired. I think Patty said this about when we started talking about vocal fry, talking about good old vocal effects, unintentional vocal effects. Loving the progress on this character. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some other flowers on them, and out of all the content that I do on this channel, the hardest thing for me to do, but also the thing that I like doing the most, I would say, is reading stories. And so if I don't make an effort to speak properly, then I will suffer more because of that. And it's difficult nonetheless. I tire very easily. But I think it's a necessary measure for me to make it doable. Getting tired watching me stream? That's okay. People come here and fall asleep all the time. Mostly because my tone of voice is indeed sleepy doze. Mellow. Well, then I'm grateful. I'm grateful if you're comfortable here. Comfy. Ah. English is fascinating. Speaking is also fascinating. And I don't really get into a lot of voice analysis, but I'm not very good at, voice mane, monomane. But I'd like to become more flexible, more durable with my voice. It's so fragile. Super comfy. I'm sorry if you've been having hectic days. I'm happy to see you guys and spend this time with you today. I anticipate that I might not be available to stream for a little while. If all doesn't go well, then I might not be available until Valentine's rolls around. But hopefully still be able to show my mug show my mug around. Gamba, yes, thank you. Could have added something. We'll skip that for now. think I mentioned that at the end of last year, I had some kind of long periods of unwellness, and I wasn't able to hold on to my voice. Rather, it was damaged and is still crawling back to what it was previously. It's not there yet, but I was definitely faced with more difficult thoughts because with I suppose decline in my increased corpsiness. No. If I did lose my voice, I don't know. It'd be difficult. I think I would be losing one more thing. Losing one more thing that I care about and enjoy doing. As much as is reasonable, I'd like to preserve it and keep doing things like VTubing and story reading. And thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the kind words. Difficult. Not being able to do something that you enjoy doing is difficult. Pardon the traffic. No matter how many noise cancelers I use, you will never escape the vrooms by my window. I don't think I can speedrun this and I'm almost out of time. We've got to tie up like now, but immersive rooms. Thanks for appreciating the unsolicited ASMR going on in the stream. We'll get to this. Anyway, I will probably return to chipping away at this another time. Oh, I haven't saved. Let's save. That's a good idea. People, don't forget to save. Don't forget to save your work, lest you end up having a nasty surprise later. Here we go. Oh, best advice, indeed. If there's anything that you can learn from watching me draw and design a thing, it's that you should save. You should save your work as you're doing it. Wowie. Villain Bun draws and keeps you hostage in the car. I think that honestly, it's scarier to be Villain Bun who's drawing things on Sai and hasn't saved in the last 3 hours. A save redeem would be good to add. I don't know if I draw enough for there to be a save redeem, but you're right. I was careless with my saving just there. Frightening stuff. But no. Thank you always for spending time with me. I don't know if... I feel like I'm going to look back on this stream and it's just going to be an embarrassing ride. I like the design that was made, but at the same time I feel like it's very me. I look at the design and think that it's very much something that I would make. which is perhaps kind of boring. I'm glad if you found it helpful. The process is slightly different again for, if I'm doing custom work, work for someone else, working with someone else, or if I'm designing an OC for myself. Oh, Mari, thank you for chatting. I hope that you feel comfy whether you decide to lurk or speak up. Anything's fine. Thanks for enjoying the bun designs. I like the stuff that I design most of the time. I want to like the stuff that I make, and I do my best to. But I apologize if I say things that sound kind of severe or kind of, wow, what's this garbo on my canvas, which I'm thinking all the time, but, it's not that encouraging to hear. Gazes into the distance. Thank you, Yasha, for this, for the raid and for the kind words. Thank you for... It's okay to be honest sometimes. There's kind of a point where you can't be too honest about the stuff that you're making, But at the very least, right now, I'm trying not to be cripplingly embarrassed about the design process or the things that I think about, or my frequent and persistent reference of Gaia Online Dollmaker Adopts. They're interesting, by the way. They're good. Don't rat on them. I won't rat on them. Anyway, if we come back within the next week at any point, which I hope to, I'm sure we'll just be doing something casual like gaming or chatting or hanging around. I have to leave. I have to go, so I'll put on my waving hand. Wave to everyone. Thank you for coming along. We'll be finding something to read. Wait, before I go, I have to share this delightful. Where is it? Let me just paste this in. I want you guys to see this because it's wonderful. Sarah, thank you for the kawaii nai desu. From the point of view of a cat. It's wonderful. Glorious. It reads, I'm just gonna read it now. This is my man. I am not afraid of him. He is very strong, for he eats a great deal. He is an eater of all things, capitalized. What are you eating? Give me some. He is not beautiful, for he has no fur. Not having enough saliva, he has to wash himself with water. He meows in a harsh voice and a great deal more than necessary. Sometimes in his sleep, he purrs. Let me out. I don't know how he has made himself master. Perhaps he has eaten something sublime. He keeps my rooms clean for me. In his paws he carries a sharp black claw and he scratches with it on white sheets of paper. That is the only game he plays. He sleeps at night instead of by day. He cannot see in the dark. He has no pleasures. He never thinks of blood, never dreams of hunting or fighting. He never sings songs of love. Often at night, when I can hear mysterious and magic voices, when I can see that the darkness is all alive, he sits at the table with his head bent and goes on and on, scratching with his black claw on the white papers. Don't imagine that I am at all interested in you. I am only listening to the soft whispering of your claw. Sometimes the whispering is silent. The poor dull head does not know how to go on playing. And then I am sorry for him, and I meow softly in sweet and sharp discord. Then my man picks me up then buries his hot face in my fur. At those times, he divines for an instant a glimpse of a higher life, and he sighs with happiness and purrs something which can almost be understood. But don't think that I am at all interested in you. You have warmed me. And now I will go out again and listen to the dark voices. Isn't it a great piece? For no reason at all, I just wanted you guys to see this. Thank you for listening to the best piece of literature that I will read in a little while. Wish you all a wonderful night. Good night. Rub your face against your cat. And see you again soon. Thank you for joining me today. Good night, good night. Good night. Wish you all a wonderfully productive day.